Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today we're going to get going on this siding in earnest. It's a bit windy out today, so I don't know what kind of filming I'll be able to do. It'll probably have to be mostly time-lapse, but these are the first things to go on. I believe I can just put these on as is. Just nail them up here, get some silicone behind it, nail it up here, tar under this right here. Then once these are on, that corner blocking that I made yesterday goes on. I'm going to have to kind of notch it around that big ass screw right there. But that goes on next. Then that J molding goes this way and that way. And I'm not exactly sure on the sequence. I have to get a starter strip going across the bottom, and that's going to go on top of that Cor-A-Vent. I'll show you the Cor-A-Vent in a little bit. That's pretty interesting stuff. Once those things are in place, I can start siding up to this point. But I do need a starter strip going across here, so I'll probably just work on getting this in, get the corner in, get the starter strip and the Cor-A-Vent down there, starter strip and Cor-A-Vent all along the top here, the J channel around the door, and the J channel around both of these. If I can get all of that done today and no siding, that would still be perfect. If I could get all of the trim work done today, that would be magnificent. I have to run to the Amish metal place at about dusk and make the order for the tin for this entire building here. So, and then run to town and get some boards to make a jig to carry the stuff home. It's going to be way too long for the truck. I don't have a trailer. And these 20-foot pieces are going to have to be strapped to the truck. I know how to do it, and I'll show you that in a future video, but I have to go get the lumber for that. So to get going, let's get these copper saddles in place. Okay, now I'm on to the inside corner molding, and it's very windy out. Hopefully this sound isn't being affected. I had to run across the street and recut this inside bevel because I cut a lot of it off yesterday when I was sizing this thing. And then I notched right there with the oscillating tool for that big old screw up there. And I believe that's it. Oh, and I had to cut off this paper, pull off all them tabs, or pound them flush. So it's probably been 2 hours since I was up working on the copper there. So now I'm going to get the compressor plugged in, get it charged up, get my gun ready, and I'm going to nail this thing into place. Then I got to go on the other side. I'm going to nail that one in right away while I got the compressor here, and then get the measurements for the second pieces, go cut them across the street, bring them back, get those both nailed in, and then I can start putting the J molding on this. Moving right along, doing the hard stuff first. As soon as the corners are in, I'm going to get the starter strip in, and I'll show you how this Cor-A-Vent stuff works. The Cor-A-Vent goes right behind that. After that, I could start siding, but I don't know if it's going to happen today. A lot of stuff has to happen first, so let's get moving on this. Okay, I went up there to nail this into place, and this gun was so badly, oh, there are so many of them Asian beetles here. The gun was so badly jammed that I had to, wow, I'm just smacking them off all over the place. It was so badly jammed that I had to take the whole nose piece apart, which kind of takes everything apart. I had to go in the house finally and do it. I was working on it out here for the longest time. I've probably been working on it for an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I think the problem was these. They don't look like nails, they look like brads. I probably had these in the wrong container, and I just grabbed them. These are the ones that should be in there. These are extra long, but they do make them this length, but I think this is a finer gauge. At any rate, these are the ones I want in there. I'm going to try putting these in and see if this will work now. Alright, I have my inside corner in place. This has been kind of a nightmare. I've just been going back and forth, getting tools, fixing the nail gun. Well, actually it's not 100% fixed. For some reason, the spring is not loading the bullets as I want it to, so I had to switch to the little DeWalt brad nailer with long brads in it. So I'm finally done with this. You can see that these are tucked up underneath the copper up there, and the inside, or this outside part right here where the siding goes into, that runs all the way up to the top. Then it's going to get a cap over the top that goes down into it. It's kind of hard to explain, but it should be all sealed up. I got to do this starter strip with the Cor-A-Vent, but while I have all this stuff out, I'm going to go nail the other inside corner in and get the inside corner on the other side. That'll get me away from these damn bugs. And Cindy's got the bug slayer right there. She's going to spray this place. Then it'll kill all of them tonight, and hopefully there'll be less of them tomorrow. I'm going to be working here again tomorrow, and for some reason they're just attacking this corner. I've been getting wasps as well. It seems like every time you start to nail in a nail, a wasp wants to come and mess with you. They're landing all over my arms, and I'm flicking them off. Okay, let me get this stuff over to the other side, and maybe I'll be able to film better over there when I'm not in such a huge hurry to get away from the bugs. All right, no wind, no bugs. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day over here. So what I'm going to do is get this corner in, and then when I'm done with that, I'll start on this side, getting the Cor-A-Vent in, finish the trim on that window. I'll just keep going on this side, and hopefully get this side done. Let's see what time it is. It is 1:30, so I have probably 3 more hours. This is just taking way longer than it should, so let me get at it. All right, it is the next day. I can't even remember how much I got videoed yesterday. I know it wasn't much. I put on those well, yeah, it was a lot. I put on those copper saddles, and I got both of the corners in. And then we had the election, a bunch of other stuff, yada, yada, yada. So now I'm getting this stuff put in. I took out the garbage that the old siding installer had in here, and I got these Cor-A-Vents in place. What this is it's a corrugated plastic that allows air to flow up behind here and hopefully not allow bugs back there. Bugs and mice and whatnot. Mice, I guess, are the worst thing. The mice will come up here, crawl up, and they'll just dig into the foam and make themselves a home up there. So I got the Cor-A-Vent on. I got some new starter strip that will go like that. And then I have to measure down from, this is my top of my siding, so whatever it is over here down to the starter, I got to make sure it's the same on both sides. Don't care if it's level. This is a level line, so it'll be level when I get it in. And I could actually start siding this once I get this nailed in place, but I'm going to continue and go on to the other side and do the same thing. And then I have to finish the window on the other side. A little bit more trim work on that. And then I think I could side all the way up to the top, but I have to get starter strip going over to the door. So again, I believe I said this yesterday, I think I'll just go straight ahead with trim. I'll get this in, get the other side in, finish that window off, and then I think I'll go, well, I'll probably do this one next. That's just got to be boxed in. And then while I'm really good at boxing stuff in, do the other vent, and then I think the door's the last thing. Oh no, the door and then the trim along the eave there. So there's a good deal of this stuff to go on, and I don't have a huge amount of time, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to film. I already filmed a good deal yesterday, so I think I'll just come back here and there with updates on what I've done. Just a quick little update. I'll show you how that looks back there. You can see I have my nice little vents in there, and then when the siding heats up, that'll allow air to come through there and escape at the top. Pretty cool stuff, and hopefully it will keep the bugs out. Okay, I better film before it gets too dark. So I just blasted through this and didn't film anything today. This is 2 days, this video so far, and almost nothing filmed. I'm going to have to get a lot more filmed when I start putting on the siding, but this trim is just kicking my butt. You know, I got to go up and down the ladder. Working on that side, I got to bring everything over to this side, back to that side, up, down, this, that, the other thing. So it's just taken way too long, and if I film everything, it takes twice as long. So sorry for the lack of film, but I got to get this done before it starts snowing out. So I got both of those starter strips in along with the Cor-A-Vent, this side and that side. I got this drip stop. I'll show you that tomorrow. So what that does in a nutshell is it's sawn into the foam 1.25 inches, no, 3/4 of an inch. So it's really tight in there. Any water that comes down the wall, if water should get behind the siding, if it comes down the wall, it just can't get in there and get around it and then go behind the furring strip as well and leak. If that's not there, the furring strip might pull out a little bit, and you conceivably could have a little bit of water get behind there and then drip inside your house, and you don't want that. But once the siding's on, none of that stuff's ever going to happen. I mean, that siding is really nice and tight. It's not like the old clapboards. Once you click that stuff together, it's pretty much waterproof. So I got a little more of the trim to do. I trimmed the door, and I got the lash over the top. What else did I do? You seen this down here? Oh, I did up into the eave there. So what's left is a bit of taping here and there with this flashing tape. I have to get J-channel around this. That, I was looking at it, it's not wide enough, the outside flange here. It needs to be a little wider than that, so I'm going to have to put 3 pieces going around there. That kind of sucks, but I got to do it. Then I need to put J-channel around that as well. And I need the starter strip from the door over. I don't know if you can see him. That's our little cat that had the stroke. He kind of looks at you sideways all the time, and the eye on that side droops a bit. He meows funny. He can't jump very well. We have to have a litter box that he can lean against a wall because he'll fall over trying to go to the bathroom. He's a special needs cat. Yeah, we watched him have a stroke. He was on Cindy's lap, and he just started making weird howling noises and stretching, and we thought he was dying, but he's just fine now. A little goofy, but he's fine. So I got to get that starter strip on here, which that goes on really quick, and then that's it. So the stuff that's going to take the longest actually is getting the J-channel on this one here. So I'll probably start with that tomorrow. Hopefully I can film a bit more. I'm going to do a whole new video for that. This is getting really old. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you share the video and or give it a like, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.